has officially started.
And you can see everything that
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? So I had Zach on the other line, and you can't hear him yet, but he's just blasting some YouTube video in my ear. Zach screams, "It's an ad." I'm just gonna let him in. Zach, they can officially hear you.
okay. Am I visible?
We can't hear you. You can hear me. Liars. Those headphones are huge. Yeah, the AirPods Max. Let me thank some people first of all. Alexia, thank you. Lol Trina Miserables. Your mic is low. Oh. Is that better? Keep Zach muted. No.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Is this how every stream starts? Is you like just slightly adjusting the audio?
Wait, usually the audio stays how it is, but I was turning it on and off so they couldn't hear you. So I just have to fix it a little bit.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, all of my friends. People I recognize. I recognize Katie. She's always there. Mm-hmm. Everyone, please mention your... I think I saw Mary Stan. No, it's just a different person. Say your profile picture. That's how I'll know you.
You're gonna have like a million America and Corys.
Okay. Yeah, but you can be specific, because I see... Okay, you Brando. Rooting for Asians.
Yeah, we were gonna do the people as Pokemon.
Why did you put the title of the stream as 46?
I fixed the tweet.
43.
Did I do that too? The
stream is still 43.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, well. Quick. Audible. Zach, do you have another presentation ready?
We can riff off of that. I think that Owen is definitely, well, Gabler first of all is King K. Rool. I mean, that's just a slam dunk right off the bat.
So Zach, a lot of my people have never watched Survivor, so can you give a brief history of the game, including all the context they need to know about 46 to understand the story?
Sure. So Survivor is 18 people coming together from all different Ivy League schools and competing to get the most followers.
Yeah, for sure.
The game never ends. Well, you know what? I've got a good little explanation for it, comparing it to Smash Bros. As a whole. I think that'll really...
Let me jump in. Tom, as a mod, you cannot pin your own comment. The show Zach was first person voted off on. If it's your own comment and you pin it, that is literally the Obama giving himself a medal. Mods,
can we ban Tom?
Yeah, he's about to get unmod. I'm going to unmod you, time you out, and then remod you, okay?
Yeah, mods. This is how, this is what I see Hassan do.
Thanks, Melinda, Tiefer. Appreciate it. The Walking Dakota. It's cool. What's up? Zach, have you watched the new Walking Dead spinoff? The Rick Michonne?
The one with Rick and Michonne? I don't understand how that's a spinoff. Is that not the same exact show?
I was shocked that Terry O'Quinn is in, like, the second episode.
Yeah.
You know Terry O'Quinn?
Terry from Lost?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
He was clearly Ganondorf. We'll have to see.
Okay, so let's... I mean, you know best, Corey. You're the star here. Should
Is
we...
Zach a Hassan stan? No, he's a hate watcher. Zach's a centrist.
I like Hassan sometimes. I loved Leftovers. I watched Leftovers. That was a great podcast. But yeah.
Anyways, Zach, what are we doing today?
Okay. So basically, what we're going to be doing today is a little bit of an exercise, a little bit of a comparison. I feel like the two things, other than Survivor, right, or Big Brother, I feel like Smash Bros. Is the thing that we most have in common of anything. Would you agree?
Yeah, assuming, like, hometown and stuff's not on the table.
Yeah, assuming, like, the same parents doesn't count.
Right.
I feel like it's the thing that, and maybe, like, Walking Dead, too. That was another thing we were both super into, Game of Thrones. But Smash Bros. Was, like, number one. We both loved it. We play, I think we probably played that together more than anything growing up, other than like Mario Party maybe. And we talked about this a while ago that we wanted to do like comparing the cast to different things. And basically I thought Smash Bros would just be a great one because one, you know, so many people love Smash Bros. Two, it obviously is something that we have in common. And three, I feel like there's actually like a lot of good comparisons we could do for this. So basically, the way we're going to do this is I put together a little presentation of who I think each Survivor contestant, who their Smash Bros. Main is, along with some reasons why. I think that they're very accurate, I would say. And Cory has not seen this presentation. Nobody has. But
as brothers, we do operate on the same wavelength.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see, Cory and the chat can kind of try and guess with each person who they think it's going to be. And then once I reveal it, you can kind of see if you agree with the reasons or not.
Anyways, good intro. Thank you, JPR, for the sub. Basically, Zach, what you have to understand is a lot of my followers, this is not the normal Twitch audience. This is a Big Brother fan base. So if you pull out, like, wow, Soda is like Corin, it's not going to mean very much to them. So I'm hoping you pick relatively mainstream characters.
I chose some mainstream. First of all, like, you know, there are some Survivor contestants on this season that are not really mainstream characters.
Thank you, Night Cheese. Yeah, I mean, look, I have some strong convictions of who I think certain people should be. I want to use this kind of as an opportunity for me to voice my thoughts on everyone's Survivor game thus far. Full transparency, I watched episode 3 and 4 within the past 4 hours. So I'm very fresh on it. And I'm going to have some strong opinions. So you just want to get us going?
Okay. So basically, and then the other thing is I'll give the explanations for each person. So even if you don't know the character themselves, I think you'll be able to understand why I chose them. Okay. So I'll just get started. Also, I want to say if there are any Survivor 46 cast members watching real quick, please don't attack us. Don't do one of your like coordinated strikes against me and Cory.
And if you guys are watching, y'all are bitches for that. Anyways.
No. This is like you with Russell and Suri. I don't agree. I don't think the Survivor 46 cast are bitches. I hate Andy Herron. I think Andy Herron, that was so
I don't
nasty.
think they're bitches. I think they were acting like bitches. But that's okay.
No.
We all act like bitches sometimes.
No.
Especially you guys then. All right, let's get into that.
Well, you don't understand. These people are scary, okay?
Are they?
Come for you. Yes.
Yeah.
In the Survivor community, yes. In the Big Brother community, no. But you guys have
if there are any Survivor 45 people in the chat, fuck you. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Survivor 45. They're not hurting a fly. All right. Let me get started with, first of all, just a brief comparison of Survivor and Smash Bros. As a whole. I think that there is a lot in common. They're both games that are played by people with a lot of diversity. I think that it's a strong point of Survivor nowadays. It's always been a strong point of Smash Bros. The fans have very strong opinions on who should be on them. The losers always have excuses. That's that's one that I feel you can definitely relate to the most. The people who make it don't really understand why people like it. It's a struggle that both Smash Bros. Fans and Survivor fans have.
That's a good point.
And lastly, round logos with fire. So basically, they're the same game, and I'm excited to get into the specifics. We're going to start with the...
Well, let me just say one more similarity that I've noticed. The creators of both show are actively tearing down what viewers love about the show and the game. So, a lot of similarities.
What are they tearing down in Smash Bros?
They're getting rid of the movement, the combos, the creativity, creative expression. Anyways, let's go to the Sega Tribe, which, by the way, I'm not certain the Sega Tribe is on the show. I think this is my...
No. They're getting content. It's just... It's very specific content.
There's no chance they're losing a tribal challenge, right?
I don't think so. I think that there's one more before the merge. I think that it's pretty clear that they're all making it there.
The one thing that they did was I remember Jem was reading her thing and if your tribe doesn't lose a challenge, there's going to be more information. And I'm like, uh-oh, alarm bells.
Yes, that's a good point, edit-wise. But people also can, way read into that. I remember they were like, oh, Tori's safe because she read the potato line when she never even found an idol on my season. But, yeah, they're the Kumbaya tribe. We're going to start off with the one that I already kind of spoiled, which is Mo. Mo is actually the inspiration for this because watching last episode was the one where I was like, oh, my God. Mo is Little Mac. Initial thoughts. Do you agree?
I don't see it. I do know it because I saw your tweet. Yeah, look, again, it's a moment for me to be very transparent. I skipped the challenges when I watched this episode. I do remember before the challenge, Mo made a comment of not being able to jump, which I thought was bizarre. I feel like a lot of people go. So, what happened in the challenge? Did she not jump, or did she do it, overcome her fears?
No. Well, she fell. The challenge didn't involve that much jumping. She also won Wipeout, so I'll just go to the first point of hers. Obviously, she cannot jump. She tries very hard. I saw her Wipeout. Someone else said in the chat, Kiara. Yeah, she does not jump in Wipeout, and yet she still wins.
Chiara, just to be very clear.
Chiara.
I don't want you mispronouncing my chatters' names. Also, Zach, you might see Mike in the chat. Mike is our resident misogynist, so make sure to... careful when viewing his comments. I don't.
You would love Smash Bros.
Yes, absolutely. Probably goes to
That is the community for you.
Okay, can't jump. I agree with you there. And now I'm
Okay,
curious.
yeah, I don't just have one reason for each person. I wanted these to actually be like real things, so I made sure each person had like multiple things. Because it's not just that she can't jump, even though that is Little Mac's defining trait, and up to this point in the show, that is also Mo's defining trait.
I have potentially another thing that could link her to Little Mac.
Okay, well, I'll show you the next one, and then you can tell me yours. Okay.
Okay.
The second is that she got beat up. I think that Mo has shown her survivorness the most on the show so far. She really is taking a beating out there in these challenges. And when I think of Little Mac, I also think of that. I think that this frame says a lot, right?
Yeah, I think here's the thing. Little Mac is one of the worst characters in Super Smash Bros. From a competitive standpoint, if y'all don't know. It just has no recovery, it has no aerials, it's just a bad character, right? And I don't think Mo's a bad player by any means, but you'll never see Little Mac at a tournament, and I still haven't seen Mo on the TV show.
She's been on the TV show. She had a whole segment last episode.
The jumping segment, I kind of skipped it.
Well, you can't, I didn't realize I was talking to a casual right now. You can't be like, yeah. I skip her segments, but she's not on the show. Anyways, it was a great segment. Very
exquisite palate when it comes to segments.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, another thing. Well, what was your reason for Mo? Oh, is it that?
Yeah, just not a big
Okay. Well, another thing for her. I'll say the third reason, but I do have one more. Similar fit. The outfits to me are similar, and also I want to say both very scrappy. That is the word that I would use to describe what we've seen from both of them so far.
How tall is Mo?
Mo is about like 5'3", I'd say 5'4".
Little.
Yeah, she's little. I mean, she's Jewish. Little Mac is from New York. He's either Jewish or Italian.
That's something, for sure.
Yeah, that's something.
And what color are Little Mac's gloves and shorts?
It's green. Exactly.
Sega green.
Sega green. So that's Mo. That's number one. Now let's get into the ones that you do not know.
Okay, let me make my prediction before you reveal them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gem, who is definitely the gem of her tribe. That a Cory original. Thank you. I think Gem is interesting, so I think you got to think having an idol is a part of it, right? She is a very good player. I think she's doing well. I think she actually did a bad job with the whole box burying thing, but it kind of worked out for her. I'm gonna say Snake because of the box.
You were close that it has to do with the idol. You're close that it has to do with that, but I don't think she's Snake. I think just looking at that smile, she's Villager.
Oh, the digging.
Yeah, couple reasons for this.
Okay, so explain.
Number one, smiley but evil.
Yeah?
I think that one's pretty
evil?
Well, because of what she's done to her tribe. Like, most people would just take an idol, have it be like a normal thing, like, oh, I've got this idol now. She doesn't do that. She takes the idol and decides to, like, basically sink someone else's game for essentially no reason. But it's funny, and she's smiling the whole time.
Yeah.
So, and I think that the Villager, the insane smile, not that Gem's insane, but she is evil.
I see D upside to Gem.
Okay.
Has her little group of 4.
As we said, she plants shit to mess with people. That is Villager.
That's a good. All right, you've done homework. You've done research.
Yeah, no, these are legit. And number 3, of course, is insects attract from trees. A big part of Villager. That's a big part of how Gem is planning to take people out. Yeah. I feel like when you look at them, it's the same energy that you're getting from both of these photos.
Yeah, I definitely see it. I think you're spot on with this one. I do. First, I'm just curious your opinion. Do you think Gem's whole scheme of like re-hiding the beware advantage is stupid or smart?
Oh, I think it's terrible.
Yeah, I think it's so dumb because it makes it
I
so
think it
much
makes no
more
sense.
obvious that someone has it.
Yeah. It totally exposed herself. One of her close allies was the one who got it, so now she either has to like confess to her so that she doesn't think that she's lost her vote, or just let her think that she's lost her vote and kind of mess up the whole thing for them. I like it from the fun TV aspect of it, but I do not like it as a game move.
Yeah, I think the fact that they're pinning it on I do not know his name is good, but
Tim.
Tim was on
Yeah.
the outs anyway, so who cares? Like,
Okay. Well, next up uh we got a person that's probably very familiar to both of us. That's Charlie.
I
What
got
energy?
I was sent a video of Charlie from Mimi. They were hanging out.
Oh, really?
Like,
Oh,
he's from like Massachusetts, but I guess he was in
yes.
DC.
Manchester by the Bay.
Cory 2.0. I think Charlie is me if I was on a pre-edited like an edited show.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Corey?
Is he gonna say that he was there first or whatever?
No. You said Charlie.
I was gonna say me. I was actually so certain. I was gonna say he's a me to the end of time. I was gonna say me Gunner. But
Charlie is Corey if he's unlikable. No, Charlie is Corey if he was likable.
no, I think the thing with Charlie is like on Big Brother, you guys had the benefit of like seeing me on the live feeds. Charlie doesn't have the benefit of the live feeds. They just edit Charlie into a little box.
I've been loving Charlie on the show. I feel like he's very well. Specifically, let me just say, by the way, Charlie is not just a me. Charlie is a Taylor Swift me fighter.
Yeah. Which one? Me brawler? What is he?
Yeah, I feel like Charlie would very specifically go into the me maker before you play Smash Bros. Create his Taylor Swift me.
This pisses me off. When you're just trying to play some games and someone goes into the me setup and then looks up on their phone like, okay, how to make a oh my god.
He would definitely Manchester by the sea, not by the bay.
I do Manchester by the Bay is crazy. I do kind of feel for him where like I'm sure Taylor Swift was a big thing in casting for him and it's like his quirky attribute and then you get on the show and you get asked about it a lot, I'm sure, and like you kind of lean into the character you were playing. So like I'm sure every time he's mentioned Taylor Swift is on the show and there's a lot of moments where he's not mentioning it. But I mean, Zach, you were the biggest complainer. You hated Taylor Swift's presence in the NFL.
Yeah, you know me, big NFL viewer, big NFL guy, and she just ruined the whole thing.
Get back to the football.
I can't believe that her and Travis Kelce made the NFL woke.
Yeah.
Really, really killed it all for me.
And now Charlie's trying to bring it to Survivor. Bring back real villains.
Okay. Anyways, I love Charlie. I also love Taylor Swift, so I think it's a perfect comparison. Number one, of course, is me and you. I mean, like, if you showed this photo to two normal people who don't watch reality TV, right, and asked them, like, which of these three are related?
Well, there is a big difference, though, between him and us, and he's, like, a hell of a lot older.
He wears yellow?
He's a hell of a lot older than us. He's 26 on the show.
I'm 24.
When you went on, you were 21. When I went on Big Brother, I was 21. Like he's a full ass adult.
I think he was 25 on the show and 26 now.
So, but that's a serious difference. You know what I mean? Like Jag is 25.
It is, but I mean, it is just in the pure sense of like you're not the young guy, but it also depends on your group. He got, I think, a younger group overall, and I don't know. I imagine that. No, you're right. I mean, it is a difference, but he's still the me of the season in the.
I would say this is the way Charlie's played is the exact way I would have played on this season. You go to the girls and just go from there. So I like how he's playing. I love him and Maria as a duo. I think in terms of winner picks, I just think he would lose to Maria, but I think he has as good of a positioning as anyone in the game.
Well,
maybe
it's
like
funny.
Jem because she has an idol, but I don't know.
It's funny you say that he's, between the guys and the girls, because that's actually my next point. He's in between the boys and the girls, and when you choose a me fighter, you get to choose whether you're with the boys or you're with the girls. That's what Charlie has right now. He's on the selector. He can choose right now, and that is a very me-like property, I would say.
So put the counter up to 1 of swings and misses.
What?
He is in between the boys and girls.
Just like the me's. A me can be anything. A me
Sure.
can be. Me's don't, me's don't discriminate. I mean, I don't, Okay, you say that's a miss.
Keep it.
Well,
Well,
this
I see
next
someone-
one, I gotta say, this
Yeah,
next
let's say
one,
that.
yeah, this next one is indisputable, okay? There's irrefutable evidence. What is one of Taylor Swift's best songs?
Is there a me one?
That's right, Me.
Okay.
Taylor Swift has a song named Me.
Okay, they all hate the song though, unfortunately. But okay.
How can you hate Me by Taylor Swift? That's the best song ever. Everybody loves this amazing song by Taylor Swift.
Anything with Brendan Urie, is going to be a hit.
And just like that, I Swung You is Charlie a me?
Look, but I was going to guess me for Charlie. And I think, honestly, you left out the biggest reason. His face looks like default me face.
Do people agree with that?
This is why he's a me.
He does, maybe not a me as much. He does give off like Sim energy. I feel like I do too, by the way.
No, I think he gives off me energy. I think he would be in Miiverse, and I'm sure he's used Miiverse.
But like one of like the Wii U memes that are a little bit more detailed.
Okay, maybe.
Not like
I think he's a good-looking guy. I think his island
He is.
fashion's pretty good. I think he's got a...
Of course you think he's a good looking guy.
No, I think he's got nice fits on the island.
Okay. I agree. Do you see his in the preview he's doing a cha-cha. They call him Cha-Cha Charlie.
Oh, no.
That's true. That's on the show. All right. Next up, we got Ben.
Ben Katzman.
Another member of the tribe.
Okay, so goofy guy. I'm trying to think if there's any singing, like, music, kind of characters. For some reason, Duck Hunt Dog is popping up in my head. Pac-Man is popping up in my head.
There's one that's similar.
So similar to Duck Hunt and Pac-Man. Like, is he a piranha plant?
Similar to Duck Hunt, musician.
Banjo and Kazooie.
Yep. Ben is Banjo.
Nice job. Who in chat got it? Someone got it.
Very good. Yeah, who got that? Okay, first of all, gut impression. What do you think?
They have guitars. I think he also brings the same energy. He brings the same energy, for sure.
2 for 2. Same. Well, they got the same exact necklace, first of all. And they also. Oh, look, we both have a LaCroix. Cheers, Ben. And just the same vibe. I mean, this is one that's like really, to me, dead on.
Yeah, I think so. I will say about Ben, I've enjoyed Ben more than I thought I would. Because I kind of thought Ben would be like Sifu, and I really like Sifu, especially in person. But just kind of like a character who's just a character. But I think Ben clearly knows how to play. His lie coming back, I thought was a really good lie, where he's basically saying...
It was a great lie, yeah.
Yeah. Puya, thanks for the raid, man.
Hey, Puya. Oh, thank you, Puya.
Yeah, so what we're doing here, Survivor 46 players, likening him to Smash Bros. Characters. Zach has a whole presentation. I'm just sitting here milking off the content.
Observing. Okay. So yeah, same necklace of vibe. Again, I think they're a den ringer for each other. And then the third, maybe most convincing reason, is they have a less important sidekick.
Okay, fucked up about Kazooie. I like Kazooie.
Kazooie?
Yeah.
Poor Tim. Who's Kazooie?
Okay, I have a good one for Tim.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just move on to Tim then.
Okay, I got Waluigi.
Waluigi? Why? Because he's not on the game?
Not in the show. Not in the game. Not there whatsoever.
Well, you're very close, actually, because Tim is not Waluigi. Drop the Wa, keep the Luigi.
Interesting. Why, he wins by doing absolutely nothing?
That's a good one. I didn't come up with that one, but that's a really good one. Tim is a player on the show. You know, someone is always going to be the least edited person. I think in terms of being least edited, like I've seen people literally get 0 screen time, and that's not Tim. He's gotten some stuff. It's just not super relevant.
He said there was an all-women's alliance. Everyone jumped on him, and then the women formed an all-women's alliance.
That was a
which was that sucks. That's tough.
It happens, you know.
Thanks, Ted.
Rough go of it for Tim. All right. Do you have any other reasons for? Well, I'll just show the first one.
Well, let me just say one thing, Zach. Sharon has some beef in the chat saying, "Don't disrespect Luigi like that ever again. He saved all his friends from King Boo." So, you have a response to that, or?
I'm not disrespecting Luigi. I like all of these people. I love some of them. Some of them I think are okay, and Tim's one of the ones I like.
Yeah.
And I like Luigi. I don't love Luigi, but, you know.
Does he have like a 1/8 chance of blowing up his game?
So I already said overlooked in favor of bigger characters, and bigger characters as a whole, but Ben's definitely been the leader of the Tim-Ben alliance, just as, you know, Mario, obviously.
Yeah.
More of the leader there. Number 2, they're both clumsy. Like you skipped the challenge, so obviously you didn't see both times that Tim fell into the water. Yeah, but that's now one of his kind of defining traits. He basically took the entire buoy down with him.
Yeah.
And number 3, they both wear green and have a mustache.
I think you did a admirable job on this one.
Thank you. For someone that we did not get that much content on, I feel like
I do have a question, though.
Exactly Luigi. Yeah.
So, how much time did you spend on, like, the ones we've had so far? Like, some of them probably jumped out to you. Banjo-Kazooie, Ben. This one took a minute, no?
Yeah, this was one of the later ones.
This one, okay.
I would say that like 13 or 14 of them came to me instantly. Then like I figured out the other 2 or 3, and then there were like 2 of them that just took me forever to think of someone. But then once I did, I think they're great. I think they're some of the best ones actually. But those took up most of the time just thinking of those.
Well, let me just say that I think Tim is dead in the water. I think Tim's very lucky this tribe's not going to tribal. And
yes,
I do
he's
think
definitely in the worst position on his tribe.
This could be a situation where Tim's the merge boot. Because it's like, all right, let's not rock the boat. Sega doesn't care about Tim. The 3 Yanu people are just going to be chilling.
It's a fair point, but we've seen time and again the person who gets the least screen time on a tribe that's winning. Let's say like Dooley, for instance, on Reba.
Does this happen with guys though?
I
feel like it's much less often.
Maybe it is less often.
Survivor edits guys a lot bigger.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. All right. Maria is the final member of Sega. Who do you think Maria...
My winner pick, by the way.
Good pick.
Who did you pick one before?
Did I pick one before? Yeah, my winner pick was I don't even remember at this point.
Okay. My gut instinct is Steve.
Why Steve?
Steve is the, of course, best character in Smash Bros. Ultimate, alongside Diggs.
Who's Diggs?
Steve Diggs.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Okay, they both Diggs.
But if it's not that, I have to think of what Maria has done specifically.
I haven't seen anyone in the chat get it yet.
No one.
No one's gotten it yet.
Okay, well, just break the ice. Who do we got?
Okay. Maria is Rosalina.
Okay, so ends with A.
Well,
are you calling like Mo Luma?
No, I wouldn't say. If anything, Charlie would be Luma. Number 1, they're both mothers. Now, I was going to post a picture of Maria and her children here, but I decided against that.
That would be weird, I think.
I mean, it's on her Instagram. It's not like I'm, going to dig deep for that one. But I figured she's a mother both in the literal and the fan sense. And I've got some of my...
There's some confusion in the chat. She's not Peach's mom, to be clear.
What?
She's
No.
the mother of the stars, the Lumas.
She's the mother of the Lumas. Yes, exactly.
Wait, so let me
And
try to think of
like-
what these other answers could be.
Mhm.
Does she, I mean,
Thank you, Jesse. I assume that's you, whose
Confirmed
profile is
mothers.
not Jesse from Survivor 43. I am a mother. I didn't. No one
Alright.
calls me that. It's so strange.
Mother Zach.
Okay. Well, should I just go to the next one? Because it's.
Yes.
I'll say it's related to this. It's related to being a mother. How long did this take me? This took me probably about like 2 hours to make. Okay. Willing to sacrifice children. A big part of Rosalina's gameplay. Maria as well has said that I'm going to be the mom out on the tribe, but you know, I'm willing to kill some kids.
Also,
We'll
I
stop
would
her
like
to that.
to say a consolation prize to Maria for, making it a few episodes before someone on the tribe calling her mom.
Yeah.
Very
Is
impressive
she
work.
Mama M? Has she gotten that yet?
I haven't heard that yet, but I heard someone call her Ma.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's
episode 4.
to be fair. Her
unprecedented.
name is Maria, so maybe they're just calling her
Interesting.
the first part of her name.
Well, so when we just sacrifice kids, you mean Rosalina turning the
Also,
Lumas
there is a
into-
Moriah on her tribe. There's a Maria and a Moriah, so...
But does anyone call her Moriah or it's just Mo, right?
I mean, I see Mo. I feel like she goes by Mo.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah. Anyways,
Mama J
Rosalina
wants to be called
sacrifices...
Mama J. Brando, it's only because it was so obvious that someone like you would call her Mama J. She felt pressured
Brando.
into it.
Brando, I saw on the show when you were hanging out with Mama J. I found that very strange.
I have classes with her son, Brando, trust me.
Hmm That's why they actually had to edit Brando out of episodes 3 and 4, is because he just wouldn't stop.
And they didn't have to edit him out of the last 8 episodes. So,
Yeah, what did you mean by someone like Brando?
influencers.
Okay. Yeah, willing to sacrifice kids. We basically saw Maria sacrifice Jelinski, like, to the gods. So, yeah. And then the last one is they both have an inspirational backstory.
Okay. So just, I'm kind of blurry on this segment, but Maria's parents, I think, came from Lebanon, is it?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember specifically,
Am I
so
wrong
I
on
don't
this?
want to assume. But yes,
Kind of
both of
multitasking,
them.
am I right?
It was. I remember it was specifically that her parents were both immigrants, and the expectations on her were so high. Someone says it was yes, Lebanon.
Yeah.
The expectations were so high on her, and she always feels the need to like overcome them and exceed them, which I thought was a great story, almost as good as Rosalina's story of being abandoned on a planet and being alone, and the Lumas coming to rescue her.
Okay, Brando says rooting for Asians got my back. Rooting for Asians during BB25 was rooting against Jews. Which I understand.
I don't agree. I love rooting for Asians. I denounce.
I like rooting for Asians. I just,
I denounce Cory.
I wish they were a little flexible with their...
I hope rooting for Asians gets on Survivor, because I think that would be such a great final tribal reveal.
I handed the game to Jag.
All right, so that's the Sega
nice.
tribe, and to finish off the Sega tribe, I have a final comparison for them, which is that the Sega tribe is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's not super competitive, but it's very successful so far, and
Casuals
there's a
love
lot of casuals love it, and there's a lot of tripping going on.
Ooh, nice one. Let's take a quick intermission before our next tribe. I think you did a great job with Sega. Do you have any just off the cuff answers for Dwight and Brando, who are both in the chat? Because I think I have one for Dwight.
Of which characters they would be?
Yeah, I think Dwight is Olimar.
Oh, why is Dwight Olimar?
Because I feel
I mean,
like when we're
Dwight,
playing
I'll
like
think of Brando right now.
I feel like when we're playing like Blood on the Clock Tower or something,
Mhm.
Dwight is just leading us all around like little Pikmin.
I think Brando's is pretty easy, honestly. I think Brando is just Pokemon trainer. I feel like he is, obviously absolutely loves Pokemon so much that it even got into the show.
Mhm.
I think that, one big thing about Pokemon trainers is you fight with other nerds, and that was ultimately what happened with Brando.
Sorry, not Jesse from Survivor 43 says, wait, why did Dwight and Brando get characters? Because they're in the chat, unlike certain people. Who would Jesse be?
Jesse would be,
Oh, I got it. Jesse is Bowser.
Why is he Bowser?
Because, like Bowser, Jesse has a child who is much more successful than them.
That's a good one. Yeah, a child that's
more notable,
above and beyond.
Played a stronger game.
Mr. Beast.
Percentile-wise, who did better? Because Jesse got the 4th of 18.
Jesse did better than
4th of 18 versus, was it like 13 of... all right.
No, Jesse's son did not. Geo did not get that far. Geo got to like halfway through, I think.
Yeah, Jesse makes a good point. Did not spit fire.
I would say that Jesse is Meta Knight because tragic backstory. You don't really know if he's good or evil.
Zach went, tragic backstory. In Jelinski we trust.
In Jelinski. Well, we'll get to Jelinski, don't worry.
Okay. All right. He's on the cast.
Meta Knight, I think, is a good one. All right, so that's the Sega tribe. Let's move on to the Nami tribe. I will say that I'm very proud of the Nami tribe.
The Nami tribe? Okay.
Yeah, number one, we got to start with the man of the hour of the Nami tribe, Hunter McKnight. Who do you think Hunter is?
I have to imagine Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon or Steve.
You're close. You're very, very close with Captain Falcon, but I think there's one person that's just a little bit better for him.
Interesting. So is this just a big buff kind of dude?
It's not all about just the looks. It's also about what they represent.
Oh, I'm trying to think characters with a bed.
It's not
is what I'm thinking
all
right now. Or who is it?
Hunter McKnight. Oh, sorry. Fox McCloud.
From Melee, to be clear.
From Melee, specifically Melee Fox.
Okay.
So, a lot of
my
reasons
character,
for
by the way. But
number one,
thousands of hours.
Which is exactly it, because it's sort of try hard to use him, but incredible fundamentals. Yeah. Like, in the challenges, objectively the best of everyone. But at the same time, it's like not that impressive because when he's just always the best, it's like, oh, he's the best again.
Also, like, if you pick Hunter as your winner pick and he wins, you don't get any credit.
I agree with that. It's kind of like
you won. You were also playing Fox.
Yes. Exactly. Stock pick, Fox. Fan favorite, obviously. Good at everything.
And he's fun to watch. He's fun to watch too. He's not.
Oh, I love Hunter. Yeah. Number two, it's an unwinnable matchup for low tiers. Basically, there are certain characters that when put up against Hunter just literally cannot win.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say, I think Fox is worse against low tiers than a lot of characters, but I think the joke is very funny. I think this is a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that, like, Yanu just unfortunately does not have the toolkit to match up against.
Here's the way I feel about Hunter. Has no one found the idol on that tribe?
Randon did, but now it's been rehidden.
Right, exactly. So I think if he finds an idol, he's gonna win. If he doesn't find an idol, he'll get cut. But like,
I think he's gonna be threatened at come merge, right? It'll just be a matter of if he's able to form the bonds that protect him through that, or if he's just a target there.
Yeah.
Okay. And number three is he's a ginger, but he makes it work. I feel like conventionally gingers are seen as the scorned in society, but Hunter pushes through that. I see a lot of people thirsting over him. I see people say he's blonde. I see people say he's blonde, but that is the same hair color as Fox, and Fox is not blonde.
Question: would you all in the chat consider Zach a ginger?
That's a good question.
This has been a subject of fierce debate in the Wurtenberger household. No. He was a ginger, for sure, but he might have grown out of it.
Regardless, same hair color. I mean, you look at those two colors, that is the exact same.
Yeah, and I think that's really why we all love Hunter. He's just making waves.
Okay.
Breaking boundaries.
All right, well, we're finished. A Jinju. Okay.
I don't like that.
Depends on who said it. Okay, next up, we've got... Well, we started with Hunter. We're now going to go to Tevin.
Tevin.
Who do you think Tevin?
Tevin's slippery. I think Tevin getting rid of Soda is a classic, like, Surrey Fields kind of move, where, like, he'll get away with it because he's good, but it's probably just silly and overdoing it. Or at least that's his plan. I'm sure there's no get rid of Venus at this point. Just to talk about his game for a little bit, I don't love that idea. I think Hunter's doing the best job of being like, oh yeah, let Tevin make this unforced errors.
I get the sense with that move specifically, it's like restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
They literally just haven't gotten to really play the game in 10 days now. And it's been Venus for so long, I feel like Tevin just wants to do something. He's like, well, why does it have to be Venus? What if we make a move here? Even though he hasn't really made any moves up to this point in the game. Because he hasn't had the opportunity to. So I feel like he's getting a little bit ahead of himself so far, but, you know. Anyways, do you have any final guesses? You haven't gotten it yet.
I would say Tevin, I think, maybe would be like one of the Fire Emblem characters in the sense he's kind of the narrator.
It's interesting. But no, you should have stuck with the, where we just were, because if Hunter is Fox, then Tevin is Falco.
I don't know if I agree with this, but...
You're about to.
Okay.
You're about to agree with this. Number 1, very sarcastic but popular.
Okay.
Like
Falco is very sarcastic. That's true.
And we've seen Tevin be very sarcastic throughout the season. And be very popular within his group, within the season. Falco's obviously a very popular character. The sarcasm translates.
Okay, sure. No, I'm with this.
Number 2, and this one is... irrefutable in my mind. Great outfits, love to pose.
Yeah,
look at this.
I don't think this is a good outfit from Falco.
They are wearing the exact same outfit.
No, it's red versus pink. I think Tevin's killing it. That was what my finale outfit was supposed to look like, and it didn't pan out.
Look at even Falco's glasses. He's got pink shades on that match Tevin's exactly.
Okay, Brando.
What did Brando say? The fuck up. Oh, man. Okay.
You have to post that tweet and be like, you'll never guess who Brando's talking about. That's the tweet.
Yeah, exactly. Someone grab that. Someone get the...
Tay's already tweeted it, I'm sure. Lila's already tweeted it.
Yeah, get the brownie points from that one. Okay. And then lastly...
Right,
it's just the same exact vibe.
I don't believe the vibe thing. I think Falco's more of a dick. Tevin's a nice guy.
I think that they both have that like sarcasm, that like that air of like arrogance, but it doesn't come off like unlikable. It comes off almost like, you know, that's just their personality. Like you kind of get used to it. Anyway, and then also obviously partners to Fox. Okay, now we've got Soda.
Soda I have an idea for Soda.
Yeah.
I think Soda is going to be one of either Palutena or who's the character that can... I think Villager would also be another one in terms of snatches items from other people.
That's a good one, actually. No, people are getting it. It's Jigglypuff.
With the singing.
It's specifically Jigglypuff. Yup. Number 1. Loves to sing.
Tribe.
Yeah, well, it's the Melee tribe, yeah. They both love to sing. They're both good singers, even though it sometimes will annoy people in their groups.
Oh, Hunter hated it. It was so funny, and they didn't even comment on it. You know what I think would be a fun experiment?
Just the eyes.
I wish they gave Hunter 0 confessionals this season.
They did. Hunter's gotten like some of the least confessional.
I know, but I wish they went the full way. I think it'd be so interesting.
Oh, would he still be popular?
I just like
Yeah,
I think
probably.
like I think it'd be cool. It'd be like a cool thing.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what the fuck are they doing with him?
Yeah, I mean we've seen like the big strong dude get not that many confessionals before. It's not.
Yeah.
We've seen JP. We've seen. I mean,
JP
you know,
Hilsaback.
it's like this happen. JP Hilsaback. Nice. All right, number 2. Smiley until you fuck with her. Very social, very friendly.
Is she not the
but
instigator
also-
sometimes? It seems like in the Venus
What?
situation. In the Venus situation, she seems to be a bit of the instigator.
I don't know. I feel like it's 50-50, right? Like the idol thing obviously was more her. Then you see like the rolling over her foot thing. That seemed they were like yelling get out of the way of Venus. So it's like 50-50. Also, if you've seen Soda on Twitter, she does not hold back. She will go after you. In a very Jigglypuff with the marker like manner, I would say.
I mean, I'm trying to think what this last one can be about. I'm thinking of Jigglypuffs and moves. Rest. She hasn't sat out of challenges like that. She did the last challenge.
No, not sitting out.
Oh, is it like I don't know, just show me the third reason.
All right, you'll like this one. Number 3, massive threat to Fox and Falco.
Alright, this is a Zach doesn't know Smash. Fox destroys Jigglypuff.
And what's Tevin trying to do right now?
Wait, no, but Fox is Hunter, but yeah.
Well, both of them. It's the pair. The pair are going after Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
They have it out for her.
There's beef,
for
sure.
Yeah, you got this triangle right here. I feel like these are like the 3 main melee characters that you're seeing.
Yeah.
And you got Fox and Falco aligned against her.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Liz.
See, I think you missed out with the Mo thing. You could have made them Echo Fighters, which is a little bit of a tired joke, but
that's the point. I didn't want someone's whole thing to be like one thing, like oh they're similar. Like I wanted
think Liz could be Mario in this. Oh, or she could be Wario. One of the two.
What's the most defining trait about Liz?
Well, I think with Liz, it's the amount she discusses her wealth.
Okay. So, who do you think Liz is?
I mean, I don't. Am I sticking with the melee theme? Just tell me that.
Liz in Melee. It's not Wario, though, who you might think of with wealth. Liz is Pikachu.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain this to me.
I'm ready to. Number 1. More money than everyone. Many different businesses.
Okay.
Liz, as we know, is the richest person on Survivor 46. She has many different businesses.
And this is before
Pokemon.
the $1 million.
And this is before she wins the $1 million. Pokemon is the greatest selling franchise of all time.
Yes.
Literally the most selling, with many different businesses, many different revenue streams. One perfect match you'd say so far?
Look, I still think Wario is the answer, but I'll stick with you.
Okay. Let me convince you then. Number 2, they both love headbands. That's something I've noticed with Liz. Every single picture you see of her, she's got a headband on.
That's
Pikachu also loves headbands.
That's a good one.
It's every costume. And number 3, of course, and I think the silver bullet. They have a younger clone that hurts herself.
So for those who don't know, when you play with Pichu, whenever Pichu uses a move with electricity, it does damage to itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one. You know what? I'm convinced.
And he even has the glasses.
The old goggles.
Yeah, I feel like
I think I'm convinced. I don't think Wario would have as much.
no. Liz is Pikachu 100%, and good for her. No one is more worthy. All right, and that's also like what I was saying. Like I could have made Mo just Pichu, but I think there was more with the Little Mac thing, and we still got it in there. All right, next up we have Randon. Okay, I think you'll get Randon.
I don't think I will. I mean, I think with Randon, I'm thinking like Ryu and Ken because you can only see like one side of them. You can only see one side of them. I think I really don't know. I mean, the injury
Okay.
is obviously the biggest thing, but it's a weird injury.
Randon is Dr. Mario.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There, we don't know much about Randon, and yet somehow we have the perfect character for Randon. All right, I've got
You got
a lot of reasons. Yeah, I got some reasons. Number one, of course, he fought a virus.
Okay.
That is, that's Dr. Mario's whole MO. Randon fought a pinched nerve. Dr. Mario fights these guys.
This is weird, right? He ended up being totally fine and wouldn't have had to be removed from the game.
I mean, he was, like, fine as in... It still took him, from my understanding, like 2 weeks to, like, regain full function in his arm. Like, he was not making it through the full game.
Okay. Pinched nerve equals virus? Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, if you lost me on pinched nerve equals virus, he fought a... well, what do I gotta say? He fought an illness. He fought a ailment.
Chinese hoax.
Yeah, you guys are getting a little ticky-tack. Don't say that, Cory. Okay. No, if you guys don't like that one, you really aren't going to like this next one. I feel like... Do you see what I mean?
Size to reach over there. That's what it is.
That's good. Do you see what I mean? Like, nerve damage is sort of like an electric attack.
Huh.
It's the same vibe. It's kind of the way that, like, Thursdays in October have the same vibe. Like...
Yeah, you're doing a little bit of a... Like Thursday is red kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. Nerve damage, electric attacks. Like, if you were to ask, like, what element is a nerve damage, that's electric attack, I would say. All right. Well, if you guys aren't agreeing with this, even though literally all we know about Randon is that he was medevaced, and that's all I'm working off of, I think that you have to give me this last one, okay?
Yeah.
They were both removed from the game.
Well,
I feel like not many Smash Bros.
That means in a couple seasons, Randon's coming back, baby.
Randon is coming back. Yeah.
Good one. All right. I think it's as good as you could do for Randon. I think the Ryu Ken idea is good, but it's a little bit more secure.
You could complain about it. Dr. Mario is the best choice for Randon. There's not a better one.
Guys, get to work.
Okay, yeah, exactly. If you can think of like a really good one for Randon that's better than this, let me know. I'm proud of it. All right. We got the final member of the Orange Tribe. Do you know who the final member is, Cory?
It's Venus, right?
Yes, Venus.
Okay. Now, with Venus... I think Venus, I do like as Captain Falcon. Underdog, doesn't have a lot of tools, but has a lot of personality.
Okay.
Fiery.
I don't see anyone in chat saying it, so I'll reveal. Venus is Lucina.
Why?
Okay.
Like a clone of Parvati?
Number one, Blank 2.0.
Yes.
It's what she got pinned with right off the bat. It's what Lucina got pinned with right off the bat. They're being called a clone. No reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Number two, really, they're like the 200th version of this. This is not the first time that this has happened.
Every single one of those people were Parvati 2.0.
Yes, every single one of these people is Parvati 2.0. And here we have Girl Marth, Red Marth, Dad
Who on this list
Marth.
do I actually think
Dad
was
Marth.
Parvati 2.0? I think...
How many of these contestants can you name? Let's start there.
All right. That's Andrea, right?
That is not Andrea.
Top left. I'm kind of zoomed in. All right, that's Alexis.
Yes.
That's Figgy.
All right, you gotta go from top to bottom because you're kind of bouncing around.
Top left, I'm having some trouble with.
Okay, that's Jessica.
Jessica. Top center is Alexis.
Yes.
Top right, I've never seen in my life.
That is Anna Kate.
Oh, wow. I love Anna Kate.
Socialist.
Fucking etiquette. Middle left is Figgy.
Yep.
Middle center, I have no idea.
I have no clue who that is. I don't even know who that is.
Right center is our cousin Sydney.
Is that Natalie? I don't know. Right, that's cousin Sydney. Yeah, I think that's Libby.
Libby. Bottom left is Victoria.
Michaela from South Pacific. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah. Victoria, yes.
Center bottom, I have no idea.
That's Chelsea.
And bottom right, I definitely recognize.
Mm-hmm. What's our sister's name?
What season is Molly on?
It's Molly from season 39.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Okay.
Fake fan. So yeah, I'm not a Survivor super fan. I was at one point in my life, but it's been a while.
Okay. So anyways, it's a common criticism of people who look just like her. You know, you get the Parvati 2.0, you get the Marth 2.0. It's played out, but it still happens. So number 3, I've got their closest ally is Dad Who Dies.
Damn, Zach played Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing up the lore.
Mm-hmm.
That's something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, I can't fact check you on this one, but
well, the chat can. The chat are saying, yeah. See, meanwhile, he was Chrome in the end.
Spoilers. What the fuck?
Yeah. I was hoping. Wait, more people say that I'm spoiling Fire Emblem. Please say that, because I knew I was gonna get that. It's so funny to me. People are like, bro, you're spoiling Fire Emblem Awakening. You're spoiling Fire Emblem Awakening. When if they ever opened the game and watched the first cutscene, they would know that is this scene. This is the opening cutscene of Fire Emblem Awakening, a game from 2014. Thank you, Alvin. I'm sorry I spoiled the opening cutscene for you.
And it's up to them whether they forgive you.
Yeah, closest ally is Dad Who Dies. So, what Smash Bros. Game do you think the Nami tribe is?
The Nami tribe? I would say it's probably Melee, right?
No. I mean, a lot of the characters are from Melee, but vibe-wise, this is Smash Ultimate. They've got the gameplay plus the content. They got the references to old media, ton of that, and people still complain about them.
Yeah, I would complain about it. But okay. Ultimate, I think most people like Ultimate. It's probably the second best Smash game. Maybe third.
I mean, people still like it, but, you know, I feel like, same with Nami, you're getting everything that you could really want out of a tribe. You're getting everything that you could want out of a Smash Bros. Game. People still find stuff to complain about. That's fine. That's the way the world works. But, you know, whatever. All right. Last but not least, we have the
stars of the season.
Stars of the season. Okay. So these were also some of the ones that gave me the most trouble, I will say.
Yes.
But I am excited to show you because I am proud of who I came up with.
Good.
We're gonna start with Kenzie.
Kenzie.
Now, who do you think Kenzie is?
I'm thinking Corin. Because while Corin seems cool, there's a hidden dragon.
Mermaid dragon. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I would not know other things about her, unfortunately. Or not about Corin, I mean, not about Kenzie.
Okay. Why, for every woman, do you guys keep saying Zero Suit Samus?
I know, they keep saying Zero Suit Samus.
You guys are so...
I would ever choose one of these people and be like, yeah, there's Zero Suit Samus.
Specifically the sports bra skin. Like, you guys are weird.
I mean, at least say Bayonetta.
Yeah, I mean, Kenzie, she's the mastermind. She has had enough of Banu's
Bowser Jr. female. She has a name.
Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy.
All right, who is it?
No, nobody got it, and I'm gonna have to explain this one.
Wait. There's also the way she wears the headband, right? She's like the... All right, go ahead, whatever.
The thing is that people are just, a lot of people are, like, pigeonholing themselves into, like, she's a girl, she has to be a girl character, but I didn't think that way. Kenzie is Diddy Kong.
Goofy, but kind of like will fuck you up. Like not.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I mean, they're both gingers. Can I say that? Where people can get mad at me again?
I don't know if Diddy Kong's a ginger.
He's definitely a ginger. Look at that hair. That's bright red.
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me explain why she's Diddy Kong. Number one, she plants things to make people slip.
That's a great one. That's all right. That's a great one.
Thank you, thank you. So that's number one. Number two, people complain about her and she gets nerfed.
Yeah,
I mean,
Diddy Kong's really good in Smash 4.
Yeah, this is some Smash 4 lore that might be lost on some people. So I've decided to include, a moment in time from this moment. But yeah, people basically say she's too powerful, she's too strong, she's the mastermind, and basically like kind of really hurts her in the long run. From that perspective.
Yeah, nerfed means like made worse. Like in a video game, when someone's too good, they get nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
Worse.
And then there's this Diddy Kong. I remember like people in Smash 4 fucking hated Diddy Kong.
I do regret to inform you, Zach, the Is Diddy Kong Ginger poll is not going in your favor.
Wait, I'm gonna ask my roommate to make Succession a bit quieter.
That's our next stream. Survivor 46 contestants as Succession characters.
As Succession characters. What do they say? They don't say he's a ginger?
Jelinski is cousin Greg.
That's a good one. All right, and number 3 is people show up to her home unannounced.
Did this happen?
Yes. She posted that this week, that people were coming to her salon and like asking to see her. This was on her Instagram story. And that like, harassing her staff and stuff, which obviously you should never do. At the same time, Diddy Kong has had that same exact problem with King K. Rool and his whole crew. What were these? The Tropical Freeze people?
And just to be frank, the Kong family was in a very, this is a dire situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kenzie could definitely argue is the same. I think this is not only a good comparison, but it's an important thing to talk about.
Yeah. Don't go to someone's place of work, or at least if you're going to, be like discreet about it.
Yeah, like especially if you're going to, don't
steal
their bananas. Yeah.
Like Jam Jam. I know Jam Jam loves when people show up to his salon and like advertises it as very much like meet Jam Jam from Survivor. But like if you're gonna go there, you should buy something, right?
Yeah, and someone certainly doesn't.
And not be creepy. If she's not in there, don't like demand to see her would be like the biggest thing.
And don't go on King K. Rool's orders.
Yes, but obviously the people who would actually listen, like who would actually do this, are also not the ones listening right now. Yeah, and yeah, don't. By the same token, don't invade Kong Island.
Survivor 46 cast as office characters next. All right, who would Jelinski be?
Jelinski would be
Roy.
No, I mean Jelinski. No, maybe Ryan. I think Ryan would be a good one.
Meredith's son.
Meredith's son. All right. That's it for Kenzie. Next, we got Q. All right.
Q.
Who do you think Q is?
All right, Q's a coach. Fumbled. Athlete. I mean, I think it has to be something with coach. We Fit trainer.
There we go.
There we go. All right, we're on the board.
We got one. Q is the We Fit trainer.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons for this one. You already said, obviously, peak physical shape.
That's not a Nintendo authorized picture of We Fit trainer male.
I just wanted to let you know, cropped for a reason.
I think Luke from my season drew this.
Oh, you think so? Is this Splatterbrain?
What is that his name?
Yeah, Brando would splatter on his brain.
Okay, what is that?
What, you don't know Splatterbrain?
I'm gonna have to cut you off.
He was the one who started it. Okay. Yeah. By the way, let me just say, there's one thing I could say about Luke from BB25 that's positive.
Oh,
Interesting
okay.
art. Interesting art. It's really
Great
like
start to the sentence.
he has a very distinct style.
Zach's just saying this because he lives like 10 minutes from our family home.
No, I'm being genuine. Like I hate the dude. I think he's a horrible person, but like when I saw his art in the preseason, I thought that it was very impressive.
Zach's like, I have to separate the art and the artist.
Yeah, guys, why can't you just separate Luke? I mean, well, but also at the same time, like, you know, he's got to, if he's gonna be an artist, he's got to make art. He's got to release new ones. I mean, where's Splatterbrain in the next issue, Luke? I'm waiting.
Oh, that's his graphic novel.
Yeah, this is a graphic novel.
Okay. All right, well, I got one. What else?
Okay. Number one, you also kind of got number two in the sense he's a coach. He coaches people on what to do. It's been a big part of his arc so far on the show. That's literally all that Wii Fit Trainer does, is tell you how to play, tell you how to you know, work your body, just like how Q tells Banu how to work his game.
Yeah, Zach really liked the, quote, style in Luke's art.
Whatever.
Anyways, yeah, okay, this is an obvious one, for sure.
Yep. And number three is, I feel like he's already, you know, Q's already pretty locked in, so I've got one just cinch it, is that quitting is not an option, except that it is.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, we've seen Q take a very hard stance against quitting in episode 1. It's basically why he doesn't fuck with Jelinski from the start. And yet, we have now seen him try to quit himself several times, including in this upcoming episode. They just released the sneak preview. It's him kind of talking about quitting again. Okay, Luke does not make furry porn art, just to be clear. Well, maybe he does, but that is not what I'm talking about.
Zach, I told you not to read Mike's comments. I told you.
That is not what I'm referring to. But yeah, we've seen Q now talk about quitting several times. Just like in Wii Fit, obviously you're not supposed to quit. It is something that they discourage you against. But at the same time, doesn't everybody quit Wii Fit? Is that not the arc of every single Wii Fit player?
I think if you start doing Wii Fit, you're already doomed to fail. You're trying to get in shape. Because you could just do Ozempic.
That's true, yeah. I feel like Ozempic really bit into, no pun intended, the Wii Fit audience. They're like kind of competing against each other.
Some people who sell Ozempic, actually, you could just trade in your balance board. Wii
Fit is quite literally quitting is an option. Most people do. Q, I mean, I don't think he's going to quit, but he sure talks about it a lot. So that's why I think he's Wii Fit.
I like it.
All right. Tiffany, we're going for the 3 that are in the game, and then we're going to finish off with the 3 that just left us.
Tiffany's an artist.
Tiffany was a hard one, I will say. Tiffany was probably the one that was the toughest for me.
Tiffany's an artist.
Yes.
So I think Bowser Jr. jumps out to me.
You got it.
There you go.
Right there. And I think, again, it's kind of an energy thing. I feel like Tiffany and Bowser Jr. have that same mischievous... Yeah, that mischievous, that kind of like fun, but don't exactly trust in a game like this energy. So number 1, you already got it. She's an artist. Bowser Jr. is an artist. You know, not much to that one. Shows up more than anyone. Tiffany, I don't know if you've noticed, has had the most confessionals of anyone left in the game.
Has definitely had more confessions.
Well, left in the game.
Okay.
Her and Kenzie are top 2. Just like how Bowser Jr. never stops showing up. And another thing they have in common, they both lose a lot. Bowser Jr. kind of shows up, loses, shows up again, loses. And that's kind of been Tiffany's experience so far on Survivor. The reason she's in the game so much is because they keep losing. But yeah, at least we're seeing her a lot.
Okay. This is a stretch. Shows up more than anyone, but you know.
I could have said loses.
Yeah.
And also, I would say they both take losing tough. That's not one I have on here, but Tiffany obviously was
Thomas.
very upset at Jess for the one they lost. Bowser Jr.
Understandably so.
kind of jumps up and down, throws a little fit when he loses, so I think they got that in
Yes.
common. Number 3, as I said, this was the hardest one for me. It's the tongue.
I think this one's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah,
It's fair.
large tongue. I feel like they both have the same energy. It is a big one for me. It was hard for me to put into words, but yeah, the tongue is ginormous for both of them.
A lot of next slide, please, in the chat.
We could chill for this one for a little bit.
You don't have intermission.
All right. Yeah, I got to do a bathroom break.
It's anonymous.
No. Okay. Next up, we got Jess Chong. Jess Chong was an easy one, I'd say.
Jess Chong is an easy one.
Enough, Brando.
Jess is Ant-Man because she eats ants. What game are you playing, Jelinski? You're gonna load up into Smash and pick Ant-Man?
Is that really Jelinski? I assumed it wasn't, but maybe it is.
I buy it. I don't know how many Jelinski impersonators there are.
We'll find out.
No, it's not. It's not. Y'all are haters. Every one of you.
Instagram message me if that's you.
Y'all are all haters.
Jelinski.
Y'all don't believe.
Okay.
Jess.
I haven't seen anyone get her, which is surprising.
What did Jess do that was
This one's
notable?
wrong.
I mean, she couldn't hold the blocks up. She hated the outside. She was very stressed the whole time. Isabel?
I'll give you a hint. It's a boy. It's Olimar.
I don't see it.
Well, let me help you see it. Number 1, she's an alien.
Did she say that?
That's exact. She described herself exactly as, I'm an alien, Jeff. That's why I can't talk to these people.
Right.
Olimar is quite literally the alien on the Smash Bros. Cast.
Interesting.
Thank you, Brando, for that.
The kind words.
So yeah, that's one reason. Number 2, friend of insects, but will also sacrifice them.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, she said that the ants are her friends because she doesn't have to talk to people.
Mhm.
Olimar obviously raises an army of insects. And yeah, I mean that's right there.
That's something.
Number 3, people don't try to play with her.
Oh,
So-
come on. Oliver was really good in Smash 4.
When you learned how to use him,
Good
it
in
was
Ultimate
excellent. But
2.
people weren't willing to give him that shot, just like they weren't willing to give Jess that shot.
Uh-oh.
Specifically, what?
Fact check. Pikmin are plants, not insects.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna edit this out of
Okay.
the YouTube video.
Sounds good. But yeah, people hate Olimar without even trying to learn how to play him. People were hating on Jess without even trying. I know Kenzie tried, but it was a little bit later.
I was gonna
So,
say
you know,
someone who
credit
had a
to
notable sister. Was
Someone who
one
had
of
a
the
notable
favorites.
sister? Lucas had a notable sister.
I didn't play Mother like that. Oh, that would have been good. Maria's Nesca's mother.
Yeah, but then what else are you doing?
Well, I haven't put as much thought into this exercise.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the biggest one. People don't try to play with her. Kind of write her off right away. And it sucks because, like you said, Olimar is really good. There is a lot of potential there that just wasn't realized, unfortunately.
I don't know how much potential was there.
Okay. Now we're getting into big one. We're getting into the star of the season thus far, the star of the episode. We got 2 left. We got Banu.
Banu. Banu. Sora, he won 1,000,000 hearts. Banu is Kirby, what's the Kirby comp? What are you guys saying? Mr. Game and Watch? I like the vibe of Mr. Game and Watch a lot.
Sure. He's
he needs
older.
he needs a miracle. It's yours to
Sure.
choose. All right, Zach. What's Banu?
Banu is ice climbers,
Nana.
specifically Nana.
Yeah, who's the pink one who you don't play as, really?
Okay, so a lot of reasons for this one. This one, again, came very naturally. Number one, he needs somebody to lead him in the game.
Yes.
We've seen this time and again. He was asking people to help him practice.
Wait. Someone predicted this. Banu, the spare ice climber, he can't do anything by himself. Sometimes he throws himself off stage and you have to run to get him. Zach, did he
Parallel
clock?
thinking. Someone got it. Congrats.
That's Jose, I think. No, Jose pinned it. Okay, I see. H2O got it.
Oh, hi Jose. I didn't know you were here. Okay. So yeah, you've got someone has to kind of lead him along, doesn't fully know how to play for himself, but wants to learn and is still in the game regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, he gets an extra life. One of the fun things about ice climbers is when one of them dies, you still have another chance.
Well, only if Nana dies.
Only if Nana. Or, in some costumes, it's Popo. And for Banu, it's only if Randon dies that Banu gets another chance. But luckily in this game, he did. That being said, once you use that extra life, you're a lot weaker. And unfortunately, Banu wasn't able to make it much further.
No, he didn't. And honestly, I think Banu, and I think Banu, the Banu's bad casting is some of the worst discourse I've ever seen of all time. But I do think there's an argument for worst player of all time, barring like ejections and stuff like that.
It's an interesting question. I mean, I think that Banu's one of those people who could never be on a losing tribe because this was always going to happen. There are plenty of seasons where Banu makes it really deep. And all he needed was a tribe that doesn't lose. I mean, we've seen those people make it very far. And if he had more opportunity, right, I do feel like he was very much boxed out of the game at a certain point, especially once he lost his vote. Those last two episodes, there was like nothing for him to do.
I do wonder if there's if you simulate Survivor 1 billion times with every Survivor of all time, does Banu win the list? Probably not, but I think
he probably doesn't win very often. Probably doesn't win very often, but I mean, can he win? Yes, there's a world where Banu can win. But I do see what you're saying. The game we saw of Banu was not strong, unfortunately, to him.
No.
Maybe he could have used a little bit of wobbling.
Yes, I was gonna think of something.
And then the final one. Can you get the final one for why Banu is ice climbers?
Why is Banu ice climbers? Was eliminated but came back?
No, we just did that with two.
I thought he was coming back.
No. He cries.
Do the ice climbers cry like that? I guess they do.
Yeah. I mean, Ice Climbers is the only Smash Bros. Character I can think of who cries. And we've obviously seen... Bowser Jr. doesn't cry when he loses.
Interesting.
Okay. That's the last one. We now have one character left.
Jelinski.
One final character. Who is Jelinski?
Trying to think of notable things.
I'm very proud of this one.
Quits. Lost his vote. Through the hourglass. I see a lot of Ganondorfs. Hero, I think is an interesting one. I'm not sure. Nothing jumps out to me.
All right. Well, what's the one word that comes to mind when you think of Jelinski?
Oh, is this Link? Because he's a Zelda legend. Okay.
Jelinski is Zelda. Because Jelinski is a legend.
This is true. This is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, Who else has legend in their title like Zelda? That is what she's known for.
Zach, I have a hot
And
take.
even though she's not in the game most of the time, her legend lives on.
Can I give you a hot take? I don't know if it's a hot take.
By the way, have y'all met Jelinski? Yes, we have met Jelinski. Have you met Jelinski?
No.
You did, yeah. Yes.
I did not.
Love Jelinski. Oh, you didn't? Oh, I've met him. Great guy.
My take on Jelinski, he is the 4th best player on his tribe.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
An interesting question. I think that there's an argument that if you want to do your 1,000 times played simulation, Jelinski wins the 4th most.
I'd give him the 4th best on his tribe, pushing 3rd, depending on Q.
Oh, that's bold. I mean,
Q keeps trying to fucking quit.
Only one episode of Mewtwo.
Like, I think Q is not a good player at all. I have no faith in Q. I have faith in Tiffany and Kenzie. I think. And look, Jelinski. Here's the problem with my argument. Jelinski doesn't give me much. You know.
Yeah, I love the idea of Q coming for you after this.
I am a bit of a Q hater, but I don't know.
I like him on the show. I mean,
I like Q with Banu. I think Q with Banu is pretty funny, but whenever Q's talking to Tiffany, I'm like, damn, this is so hard for Tiffany to deal with.
Interesting. All right.
Like Q seems like a nightmare ally.
Yeah, he does seem a little bit like my way or the highway. We've seen, although Tiffany did get her way with voting out Banu and Banu.
Yanni wouldn't have lost the second
number
challenge.
1.
That's right.
Jelinski is a legend. The legend is Zelda. Bread and
butter.
Oh,
is there going to be Ocarina of Time Hourglass? Oh, never mind.
Number 2, they both use projectiles.
Yeah.
I think Jelinski's one of the few characters that we've seen actually throw
I guess
something.
Charlie too, right?
Well, not like in a challenge. I'm saying like throw just in regular gameplay. Also, we saw him throw the journey.
That's true.
Both have brown hair. Both are hot, as I think Jelinski said. Mm-hmm. And then number 3, they're both the master of time. Jelinski is someone who basically defines, what time is, how time should be counted. And Zelda is quite literally
several is 7 is not a time comparison.
It was. He was saying that we were supposed to have several hours. Several means 7. He was specifically dictating how much time. So yes, Jelinski is Zelda. She's the sage of time, exactly. Sage of time, sorry, not master of time. He's like to be a ticky-tack.
Interesting.
Is Jelinski a ginger? No, he's not. He's brown hair.
Question about gingers. Do gingers need to have freckles?
I think that all redheads are ginger. No, all gingers are redheads, but not all redheads are gingers. Or I would say, like, I am a redhead. I would say that, like, Kenzie's a redhead, but we're both not gingers.
They don't need to have freckles. So it's just about having red hair?
When I think of ginger, I think of, like, the South Park, like...
No, you think of Diddy Kong.
He has red hair. You get what I'm saying. I'm using the word ginger interchangeably, but, like, now that you're actually asking me that. Like, redhead is you have red hair. Ginger means the whole... Like, you Google ginger, you see, like, the pale skin, the red hair.
Mm-hmm. I did think a good one for Liz would also be Mario, by the way.
Why Mario?
So many
just
different
from
jobs.
The same, like, successful, does everything.
So many different jobs, yeah.
Okay,
there's Dr. Mario, there's Builder Mario, there's Mayor Mario.
And then I could have done the Mariah thing as Baby Mario.
I think Tiffany could have been Steve or Snake.
Okay, well, now that we're wrapping all this up. Well, before we do that, we got to say, what game do you think the Yano tribe is? I feel like it's pretty obvious.
64?
No. Come on.
Broken.
That's a good one. The Yano tribe is Melee. It's not for casuals. Half of the roster isn't really viable.
That's a good one.
And it's less successful, but the most talked about.
On what metric is it less successful?
Sales.
GameCube sales are huge. It's like the biggest GameCube game.
I mean, yeah, the biggest GameCube game.
Oh, I mean, I guess, sure.
Compared to the Wii and...
As gaming has grown, sure. Sales have grown.
Right. It sold much less than the others, but is far, far more talked about. Yeah, someone said Melee is the lowest selling Smash game. That can't be right. Maybe if you count the Wii U and 3DS together, then I guess it could be right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this is just a reflection on the GameCube more than anything else.
Yeah, no, of course it is.
Even though it's probably my favorite console of all time. But anyways.
The Wii U sold more copies than Melee?
Smash 4.
You sure that's not both of them combined?
I mean, it's just it's such a bigger market.
But the Wii U is tiny. But yeah. All right. So just to wrap it up, I have all three of the tribes, just so we can kind of look at it one final time, see if there's anyone that we really object to.
Highlights are my favorite one of these tribes. I think has to be. I like Ben and I like Gem. I think those are both pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm proud of all of these six. I think they all pretty much personify the characters, not just in like looks. Not just in
Okay, when you say not just, it implies that like they are like not in looks at all, really.
Yeah, no, they actually are very much in looks. Mo and Little Mac are both short. Gem and Villager both smile. Rosalina and Maria are both mothers.
Taller women.
They're actually, I don't think Maria's taller.
No, okay.
I think Maria is like pretty short. Ben and Banjo have the same necklace.
Yeah, Ben and Banjo both look like Banjo.
they actually do. He does kind of look like him in my mind. And then
Charlie looks like me. We talked about this.
Charlie looks like a me, and Tim.
Green mustache.
Green and mustache. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Got the Nami tribe. What'd you think of these?
Yeah, I think this is my favorite tribe. I think Venus is very creative. The one, issue I have is, Tevin is Falco.
I can't believe that you look at these two right next to each other and say, I don't see it.
The arms crossed is helping you a lot.
Yeah. But even like they both love makeup. Tevin's always got makeup in his Instagram. Falco's got like sharp eyeliner.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just it speaks to me. But yeah, I feel like this tribe is very cohesive. Also, I think it's fitting, right, that these are 5 melee characters, and then the one not melee character
Venus.
is the one that's on the outs.
Yeah.
And because she reminds them of a melee character.
Their eyebrows even match.
Falco
and Tevin, they're saying.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we have the Yanu tribe.
Which you really gotta kind of squint.
Yanu tribe was definitely the toughest. They don't look similar, obviously.
No, yeah,
but I also think it makes sense when you look at this roster compared to the other two, why this is the tribe that failed.
I think Kenzie as Diddy Kong is great.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Q is a very obvious one. I guess Tiffany's, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I will say, Zach. How the fuck did this tribe lose so many challenges? It seems like a pretty strong tribe.
They're not closers.
But, like, Q is probably it's Q or Hunter is the strongest guy. Banu is one of the stronger guys, too. Jelinski is not, like, a liability. In terms of weak guys, he's a pretty strong one. Tiffany's pretty good. Kenzie's pretty good.
Jelinski was only there for one immunity, though.
Yeah, but you don't think Jelinski would be bad at challenges?
Yeah, if they kept Jelinski, I think that they probably do win that second one.
They could on the beach with no food. Interesting.
They were on the beach with the least food. Yeah, I think that it's that. I honestly believe that momentum is a very big thing in life and Survivor.
But it's not
And
momentum. It's like the mechanism of new
no, no,
Survivor, right?
I do think it's momentum. I do think that that's a big part of why we see this consistently happening. Um, I think that when you lose and you go into something with the expectation of we're gonna lose again, um, especially when you're against two tribes that have only felt winning, that only know it's like to win.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't think either of these other two tribes are unathletic. There's no like loser tribe out of these two, nor with this one, just off of looks. I think that momentum has really, really killed them.
You don't think it's more so just like the mechanism of New Age Survivor, where like when you lose, you get disadvantages, so you lose again, and then you.
I don't think that the fire is to blame for this. People talk about how they like don't have their flint. I don't think that flint has, you know. I don't think that flint really matters all that much to like why they're losing so often. I also think that there's like a bit of a dislike on this tribe between obviously the Q, Kenzie, and Tiff, and then Jess and Banu and Jelinski. Not as much Jelinski because again he wasn't there long enough to make this like really obvious, and he was kind of like blindsided. But with Jess and Banu, I just feel like there was a lack of chemistry with those two and the other three in the tribe. And when you don't have that chemistry and you're trying to do something together, it makes it really difficult. I mean, it's why they were yelling at Jess, because they didn't, have a connection to her.
You're doing a lot of explaining. It's very simple. Q doesn't have the clutch gene.
Not like Charlie.
Not like Charlie. I saw someone so
not like
mean on Twitter.
You are famously clutch in those challenges.
I was clutch. If I got into a situation where it was like I had to be clutch, I clutched it. I just didn't get in that situation very often.
That is so not true.
I'm just bad. I'm still clutch.
You were clutch a single time.
When was I not clutch?
Final 8.
That's not a clutch thing. I got beat athletically.
You could have guessed a better number.
That's not clutch. That's random. When it comes down to actual like clutch, that's like, okay, it's, I gotta outperform someone in this tight moment, which I did in Soulmates. And then all the other quizzes, there's only one other comp I wasn't clutching, which is Humiligram. And even that's like, it's a quiz.
I cannot believe you're arguing that you were clutch in Big Brother challenges.
I think I was.
If you want to say in real life, sure, but like, I don't even consider clutch as like the individual, like, oh, in this challenge you blank, in this challenge you blank. I'm doing more of like, it'd be like, oh man, Cory really needs to win this challenge, and then we turn the feeds on, and it was like, Jag wins again.
That's not what clutch means. Like, it's Jag versus Cameron. Jag is a better competitor. Cameron's more clutch. Cameron, like, wins these like kind of competitions where it just comes down to like staying cool and winning when it's important. Jag just is more athletic than all of us. Hey, chat, I want you to stop hating me and just think with your own brain for a second at what I'm saying. Cool under pressure is a great way of saying it.
No, but
Jag didn't clutch anything out. He's just better at comps.
I see clutch is when you need to turn it on, and when you need to win, you turn it on and you win.
But like, you could have like Tiger Woods is extremely clutch, but if you put him at quarterback, he can't just be clutch. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not.
Okay, so can we maybe agree on this? How about this? Within the specific challenges themselves, you are not. Oh, LeBron definitely cheats. Not even a question.
You're so annoyed with that. Oh my god.
Within the challenges themselves, you were clutch. Within the game of Big Brother, as it was like coming on and off, you were not clutch.
I wasn't listening.
Okay.
I was spaced out. Someone in the chat.
Anyways, that's what I've got. PowerPoint has ended.
Everyone, claps.
I appreciate everybody for sticking around. Hour 40 minutes, pretty good. But I thought it was fun. I thought that we really, got
Zach, let me go onto my stream. I'm going to play a song celebrating you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone in the chat. I appreciate it. I did put, I put in some decent effort on this. So I'm glad people liked it.
You listen, Zach?
No.
Get on my stream.
Oh, I'm not. My thing is muted. Didn't you already play this song for me?
Zach?
Yeah, you played this for me.
Get on my stream.
Oh,
Okay, now I hear it double. This is not working.
Yeah, it's Dolly. He says Dolly.
Dale.
Dolly.
That was crazy effort. And the great thing is, Zach's coming back every week with a new version of it. And the best part, it's always going to be Smash Bros.
Yeah, well, let's before I leave, let's quickly talk and see if the chat has any suggestions. What are some other things that we could do? Like
Disney
something
characters.
like this, do it in like 3 or 4 weeks.
I think Disney characters is good. I think Big Brother house guests would be very accessible for everyone else.
Big Brother would be good. What about like pop stars?
BB25 as South Park.
We want BB25 as something. Is it a group consensus? Is that like something that like the chat has been demanding from you?
BB25 as South Park?
Yeah.
No, this is a one-time thing. It's the first time I've heard it.
You should do that.
Well, okay, again, we're doing Survivor.
You know who you are, Corey?
What's that?
You're PC principal.
Okay. BB25 as anything, but Zach's our Survivor correspondent.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do BB25 stuff whenever. Although, like, you know, it's a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't sit here and do like a Survivor 42, Survivor 42 cast as
Survivor
and
as
periodic
BB25.
elements.
The problem with Survivor as BB25 is there's not enough BB25. So
yeah,
like,
you kind of
you'd have a couple of good ones, and then it would get very nebulous.
yeah.
It'd be funny.
I think-
Survivor 46 contestants as Survivor 45 contestants.
It would be pretty easy. You kind of figure out who's who. But yeah, any final questions for me before I head out? Chat, this was a great time.
All right. One final question, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for something from the chat to pop up. What time is it there?
8:45.
There you go, and there you have it. So
My
again,
powerful woman. Yeah.
thank you so much, Zachary Wurtenberger.
Right. Corey, what are you doing now? Are you leaving or are you doing something else?
I was probably gonna stream for a bit. Is the plan? Should I call you after?
Sure, you can. Okay. You're right.
But yeah, that's all, Zach. Thank you. I think you did a spectacular job.
Thank you so much. Love you all. In a non-parasocial way, and stay cracking.
And you know they will. I have bad news for you guys. Like, tragic bad news. And I regret to inform all of you of this. But we're playing eviction notice. Damn it. Ah. No. Do you guys prefer Kid Nation, honestly? We do one episode of Kid Nation alternatively. Mike wants eviction notice. I'm like looking at the chat and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people who want eviction notice. It's just Mike 10 times. We'll do eviction notice. No, I'm kidding. We'll do condition. I think it's a better idea because it's shorter. Eviction notice could go on for 3 hours. Who's excited? Who's excited? We're so back. You met Jag on Saturday? How's that? Recap last episode. I assume they'll do a recap, right? But, you know, in episode 1, we had 40 kids, and they were settling a new colony, or a new settlement. There's 4 team captains. Our 4 team captains are Anjay, who is kind of had no role. What's the glasses boy? Michael, maybe? No, Michael was the cool kid. There was another guy with glasses who was pretty funny, who was getting bullied a little bit. He's 11. This is children. Reminder. There's everyone's favorite, who's the young girl. I understand Emily's emotions. She's 9. She better be a vegetarian, is all I'll say. Because if she's not a vegetarian, there's only one possible explanation, and that's that she lives on Hypocrisy Hill, as Suri was. Is that just the water they just poured in? Are they just... Is that what happened? Or did this actually melt the ice? Technically every comp you won, someone else threw. Alright, people discrediting Jared's win for that are so fucking stupid. Like, that's every comp in Big Brother. Like, what are we talking about? You guys know I'll criticize Jared very openly, but like... The quiz comps, when the other person gets it wrong, that's not your fault. At all. Like, I won Soulmates because Suri fucked up, you know? Like, the veto, of course, but I don't think people give him, like, reasonable people are not giving him any credit for that. That's a whole different thing. The veto, of course. That's not negotiable. Bowie through the wall? Yeah, but think about every comp. Like, so we're discrediting all of Heisem's wins, because someone threw every one of those comps. We're discrediting my HOH, because Bowie threw that comp, you know? Like, people throwing comps not invalidate the win. You could look at it in a different context, but like Jared's wins, outside of the one where obviously he didn't even win the competition, they were legit. He was in the best position on the wall, for sure. Izzy was wrong in Odd Couples, but like, shit, it's a quiz comp. It's a matchup comp. That's how it goes. But it isn't clutch. The wall was clutch. I think so, because it was like determination as much. I love a politician who says it like it is, not censoring herself. Let them starve. That's what I'm saying. You're only paying me 25 cents? I don't owe you shit. You piss in the well. Oh, boy. I'm nervous about this. Here, all right, here's who's on my shit list so far. Laurel's on my shit list. Mike's kind of on my shit list, but Greg was being a dick to Mike, so he's just being bitter, so I'm kind of with that. Laurel's on my shit list. Michael's on my shit list. The guy who said he wants to hang Emily from the ceiling is on my shit list. Trying to think if there's anyone else. I think that's my list right now. Mostly for Laurel. I don't understand how Laurel keeps losing. She has a pretty strong team. Colton? Yeah. Colton? Okay. Ethiopia guy? That's Michael. I don't know if I said this earlier, but www.star. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Well, that's another stream. I've enjoyed them. The past 2 streams have been slightly more creative. I haven't been doing too much, but I've been, here, providing it to you guys. So, it's been pretty good, right? Tomorrow we might stream, potentially. I don't know. Might do a Survivor watch party with America. Might not. So just, stay on my Twitter. That's where I'll announce it. If it's just a watch party, I'm not going to post it on Instagram or something. If I've got an actual concept, I'll post it up there. But again, thank you all so much. You'll be sad for the Bowie Jane podcast.